Round 2 with the Ecoboost pull, repair, etc. That nice little window is causing us a complete rebuild. Talked about what we're going to do a little bit on the first video. I'm making this video to help any of you guys out there that are pulling one of these, like a lessons learned or things that I couldn't find information on, and I'm having to learn the hard way so you don't have to. So I'll just walk around and give you a few tips and things we came across. It's a really hot day in Louisiana, so I'm glad we got some shade inside this shop. Alright, first things first. Damage, about the only thing we damaged is coming out. Be very careful with this connection on the back side of the motor. It's gonna want to come up and hit this shelf right here, so pay particular attention to it. We were lucky, took our time, didn't have to disconnect transmission lines, air conditioner lines, was able to leave radiator and all in place. So just be careful, take your time, put your little shield in front of your radiator. I had a big piece of plastic, a lid cover. We put that there just to make sure we didn't bang into it, mess it up. You'll need like a pipe or a piece of angle iron. Hold that transmission up once you get your jack out from under it and then trying to move and manipulate the car around. So that was handy. It's going to need to be 42, 48 inches long, somewhere along those lines. We just went from that cradle support to that cradle support. It slipped in underneath the transmission lines, and all's good. Another good tip, kind of wrestled with it. When you start bringing your motor up, I really didn't want to disconnect the motor mounts. And as you see, you've got this big motor mount stud coming out. Well, your motor mount itself is very thick, and you don't wind up with enough flexibility when you're bringing the motor up without pulling the transmission into the tunnel, etc. So get it up where you got tension off of it, and then just simply unbolt it. It's only 4 bolts. Unbolt it from the side of the block, then pull it out, then you can get your motor on out. So hopefully that's a good little tip. Other than that, it was, it was fairly easy. These connections for heater core, they're kind of a challenge. I don't know if there's a special wrench or tool for it. I wind up doing it with just my fingers, but it'll take you a while. It's not fun. Take a lot of good pictures. Part of the reason I'm walking around this video because we're going to start disassembling this today to see if this head is undamaged, maybe salvageable before we start buying parts. I highly suggest taking lots of pictures because it seems easy when you're taking it apart, and it's funny how you can't remember where certain things go. We bagged all of our bolts, etc., tagged them, make life easy going back together. So hopefully some of this helped you guys. As I run across some other challenges, I'll try and put them on video too. I thought this was interesting, so yeah, it looks like we're going to have to buy an oil pan too, or hopefully that comes along with the short block that we're going to purchase. Oh, it's pretty tough making sure you get all the bell housing bolts pulled before you go to try and yank the motor out. So maybe this part of the video will help you realize where those are. You got to do a lot of reaching and feeling. Can't really see too well from under the car to pull those. Bell housing, torque converter bolts, Once you pull the starter, you can access the torque converter bolts and pull those. As you see, there's 6 of those. Looks like the pilot shaft bearing bushing stayed with the shaft on the torque converter, so got to pay attention going back together on that, so that we don't leave it stuck on there or etc. So anyway, hope this helps a little bit. There'll be more to come as we put this Eco Nightmare back together. Thank you.